What's up? This is Nak3d Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, and we have Truth and Reconciliation. This is a legendary speedrun guide to help you guys get through it on legendary using the latest and greatest speedrunning tricks and tips and enemy optimization. So, starting off, we're going to position ourselves in this corner behind this tree where the enemies will not see us even though we're sniping them. So notice that I snipe in the local vicinity. They seem a little freaked out, but the grunts don't wake up and all the enemies stay asleep. So the key here is to take out the 2 jackals followed by the 2 elites. The order honestly doesn't matter too much. And then I like to take out just a few more grunts along the way so I've got less stuff shooting at me. Right here we have to position ourselves behind a rock to look for this elite. That guy is really important to take out. And then these 2 grunts will come around the corner. They'll be freaking out. Easy pickings. And then you can feel free to clear that area if you'd like to have your marines move forward with you. If not, you push on forward, you grenade that group right there. We're going to be doing a lot of backpack reloading. Make sure you nade those 2 jackals coming down the hill. You'll always see that. The grunts followed by the jackals. And then on this part, we want to take out the jackal followed by the grunt. And then there's going to be an elite who usually will run down the middle just like that. I was trying to see him through the little brushes. You'll know you can see him when your reticle is red. And then we also have some enemies pouring in on the left. So I like to sort of sit back until I take out the elite, nade that group on the left. You'll notice the multi-kill medal tells me I got the double. And then I like to take out some of the grunts before this dude rushes me. Now this was strange because normally you kill him with grenades and you can use your assault rifle to take off his shields and the sniper to kill him or vice versa. But he just totally booked it and got the hell out of there. So that's fine. Don't have to fight him. And behind us, sometimes the grunts from the first section will come up on you, so you have to be careful. And here, if you didn't clear the ravine that well, then you want to look out to kill the grunts on the right side. Notice I'm looking for them because I know they're here somewhere. And then I'm going to position to look for this elite, take him out, and then I accidentally get in this stupid shade turret, even though I just wanted to reload. It's the same button to get in the turret and to reload your weapon. So that's where that little accident came from. Here, these grunts came up a lot faster than I was anticipating, but no worries, just pull out your AR, your sniper, take them out. Again, easy pickings, just a few grunts, no worries. So that part is one of the harder parts to optimize. I'm still working on the optimization myself, but for now, that order that I talked about seems to be the best way to go about that section. Now here we're gonna wait on the elite. He's like a sentry basically, just looking around, and as soon as you see him, let's dome him in the face. Following up, you want to look for a guy around this rock or that rock. Sometimes he's behind those trees, which is really surprising. Normally you'll never see him this far to the right. And so I come on up, he doesn't even see me. I've literally never seen him in that position before. But that's one of the beautiful things about Halo speedrunning is that it's never the same thing twice. Even though the order of events is pretty much scripted, the way that the enemies and the AI behave is very unpredictable. Like they have their basic tools of, grunts can do this, elites can do that, but then sometimes the positioning is different. There's some RNG to how they fight. And for me, that makes it really exciting, especially on legendary when you know that they'll tear you to pieces if you take one wrong step. So here we're going to pop out all the little grunts and the jackals, and then as soon as you can, get up here to take out the elite. He's the main guy you want to take out before your camo runs out. And then we're going to look for the grunts near both of the turrets, and then just sort of look around on the ground for any grunts who might still be sleeping. Check your radar, see if there's anyone around you. Once, oh my god, again, I try to reload, hopped in the shade turret. That is silly. And so you can also grenade those turrets. You'll see me do it here. That's so that during this really difficult fight where all the enemies are coming down the lift, you won't have any enemies jumping into those turrets. Now this is a really hard part for most people. So you want to time your grenades with the drop. Right there, get that nice little 2-for-1 on the grunts. So try to throw your frags. Definitely conserve all of your grenades for this part of the mission. When you have only 2 enemies remaining from each wave, that's when the next wave is going to drop. So you can sort of predict. And then you want to aim always for the elites first, and sort of position yourself next to but not too far from your marines, so you can get a good angle on these guys shooting at the marines. Like right there you see how the elite's sort of running towards them, but at the same time all of them are aiming at your teammates. Now I dropped down because I noticed I had low snipe, and no frags. And right here on this body, we have both snipes and frag grenades. Now there, I did not think that that wave was going to come down immediately, but some nice grenades and snipes actually saves us, and it totally works out. Notice that these come really quickly, so you really do have to be on point in terms of taking out not only the elites, but then try to keep like an eye on your radar and be aware of what's around the field so that you know when the next group is coming. So notice right there I was sort of counting, weighting it down, and I knew as soon as I killed that jackal that the next group would come. Here I was on stream, I was like, alright, I think that's the last one. And then of course it was not the last wave. I miscounted. I honestly don't even know, like I think there's 7, but I sort of do it by gut feeling, and I thought that that was the end. And finally this one's the end. It always goes longer than you think. That's how I sort of sum up this mission. Just always be prepared for another wave. Here you can take out one or both of the hunters as soon as they spawn, depending how quick your snipe is. I got an achievement, Hunters Hunted. I guess that's sniping a dude as soon as he comes down. And then the way the hunters work is you can lure them towards you and just keep backing up and snipe them in their midsection, or you can let them get distracted by your marines or try to position around behind them and then snipe them in the back. Going into classic mode might also help you because they don't have the armor that they have on the anniversary version on the front like they do in classic mode. Classic mode is just all like pink section, and you know that if you shoot that pink section, that hunter is dead. So I noticed that I didn't actually get snipe ammo on the first time I went to that body, and so I went back and filled up on my sniper ammo, which is going to be crucial for the next section. We also have this plasma pistol here. I'm looking around for plasma grenades since I only have one, and I checked all the plasma pistols to make sure that this one had the most ammo, because we're going to be using tons of plasma pistol and snipe on the next upcoming fight. So there it is. It looks a little glitchy landing into the ship. Now here I'm positioning myself in the middle of the room to look at all 4 red dots. What this is going to do is I'm now going to rotate quickly to look at which door the elite will randomly come out of. There's an invisible elite. He's the only one in this section. So turning, and there, boom. Notice I saw the red dot disappeared. I didn't know in this room if he would, at that specific door, which way he would go, left or right. So he went that way, took out one marine, no big deal. You don't really need them. You're going to be doing all the legwork. And honestly, these dudes grenade you in the back sometimes, so we don't even want to have all of them alive. We don't need them marines. Now, whether or not you get gold elites is random. You can do this whole section with probably, I'm pretty sure you can do it with no gold elites at all, or you can do it where every single one has a gold elite. Usually it's a spectrum, it's somewhere in the middle. You'll notice in this fight, in this particular run, I had a ton of gold elites and tons of jackals. The ideal wave to get is 4 grunts. That's the easiest by far. I'm trying to get a new plasma pistol. The gold elites are actually really easy to take out. But the thing is that they add to whatever wave they're coming in with. So you can have, it's basically random whether or not a gold elite will be coming out that door or not. So just be prepared. I thought he would die from 2 no-scopes, but evidently he did not want to die. You'll also notice me shooting a plasma pistol in front of whatever door the enemies are coming out of. That's to draw them out faster. So again, we have tons of flying gold elites in this room. Totally fine, you just noob combo them. Well, I say noob combo, but you basically pistol them, overcharge, and then snipe them once in the head or twice to the body, and that will kill them. Here, so my general rule of thumb is if I see jackals, I like to generally throw a frag. So there I switch to frags, throw it at the jackals, and then turn around to see. You want to look for the next door almost immediately. That's why you want to be sort of fast here with the grenades. Frags are by far the best because they instantly explode. They don't give enemies a way to really reciprocate. There's no action where they can dodge out of the way. So there I noticed I got the double. I saw 2 dead grunts. That means 2 live jackals. So I'm going to plasma pistol that dude to stun him in place. And notice that his buddy moved out of the way. As soon as I killed him, I'm aware of my radar. I'm moving to the next door. Try not to get too close to the doors, or else sometimes the fallen plasma grenades from the enemies will actually explode. There's an example of why I hate jackals. They tear you to pieces, and even if they have no shields, they're still a pain in the ass to deal with. Now here I like to position over in this corner when the hunters are attacking the marines. you can shoot them in the back. And it's literally that easy. And if you don't have any Marines left, then you can just play Ring Around the Rosie with them, try to make them lunge into you while moving backwards and shoot them in their gut. Right in the middle of their body. All them little hunter worms. Alright, so grab that health and then the camo. Here we want to kill one of these grunts. I'm pretty sure that helps us spawn a grunt near what we call the God Door. And that's basically getting through this next section without having to kill anything. The way it works is you drop down to this wraith, or you can hit yourself off of it so you don't take any fall damage. Sometimes there's a sleeping grunt in that corner. Right here I take advantage of this grunt. You can also do that with a jackal, is shoot them with a plasma pistol into the red door, that one or the middle door that I just passed, and that will actually open up the door for you to enter. If you notice that it's a bad checkpoint and you notice that you actually don't have any enemies by it, then you're going to have to slay a bunch of enemies and then watch one of those two doors open on your radar. That's when you run through it, when those enemies are coming through. You can also open up the door where the hunters were to let some of your soldiers in and then kill some enemies. That will create a slight distraction off of you so that you can then run through the door a little easier. If a door isn't already open for you, in which case you just walk right through. So you follow these paths. This is the really exciting trick in the run that's really hard to pull off. So I like to throw a grenade there. I think I should have thrown it a little closer, which normally will make that elite jump out of the way. So I took a lot of damage there. Alright, plasma, the middle of that, then plasma the ground, frag off of that at the bottom, so the frag explodes immediately. Throw another frag, jump up to this dropship. Notice we still have OV. Throw another frag down under your feet and then run and jump. That should land you on the top level in the room. And then bada bing, bada boom, we skipped that entire section, one of the hardest fights in the entire game. I used to get stuck on that part a lot. Now I just completely skip it. And that takes us to this room where we will target the red elites first. And then we'll pull back, use plasma pistol to take out the grunts, and then also use the overcharge to take out the gold elite who's gonna be charging us momentarily. And he decides to rush whenever. I don't know if there's really like something that causes it. It seems kind of random. So in the meantime, just be sniping everything. There we go. So now the gold elite's coming in. And then we can domski him, take him out. And you can play this really safe. Like notice that, you know, we've come this far in the run. We haven't died at all. It's been going really smooth. And the guys in this room like to tear you up really quickly. So I like to play it relatively safe from this door when I just want to finish the mission and I'm not really going for time. There's always a jackal that comes out of that corner. Watch out for him. And then we're going to have 3 grunts around the corner here. So I picked up a brand new plasma pistol so that I will have more ammo for the fights to come. And now we walk down this beautiful remastered hallway from Halo Anniversary. And then we're going to snipe some more of these grunts. Plasma pistol is really beast, by the way. Like an overcharge can actually kill a ton of enemies. So these corridors are all about enemy optimization if you want to go fast. And if you want to play it safe, you just basically sit at the far corner, chuck your grenades, especially like at jackals who like to be a pain in the butt when you want to kill them with regular weapons. And then finally we're going to get to this section right here where when we turn left and go up this first ramp, notice I'm just sort of checking the corners, making sure there's no enemies. We can go behind this part of the prison and pick up an active camo. So now we're going to use this camo to save Captain Keys in the next part of the prison. And then I'm going to show you a little glitch to end the mission early, which is really exciting because the end of this mission can be a little difficult. So we move over and we're going to back smack these 2 little jackals. 1 and usually he doesn't hear that. Usually it's just a 1 and a 2 punch. And then we come into here. You can target the grunts or the elites first. Notice that the elites here just go in a pattern forward and backwards in sort of parallel lines on each side of the prison. Usually the gold elite will be up on his little top area just chilling. And then I like to turn around and take out the other grunts while moving backwards. I didn't think that grunt would actually survive that seeming headshot. So that's unfortunate that that cost me a few seconds there. Then we're going to rush to this section. pick up tons of snipe ammo for the rest of the mission, and tons of grenades and all sorts of good stuff. So now we want to grenade this door and take out the 2 camo elites who are running in. You could also nade it twice. I thought I would get that other elite with that snipe, but that's fine. Now I forgot here to turn around and snipe one of Captain Key's buddies. Usually what this will do is we're going to essentially turn Captain Keyes against us, and we have 3 of his teammates to kill. And we don't want them all to turn against us in the beginning, so we're going to kill one guy early, which you'll see me do in just a second here, and then we'll kill the other 2 guys later. Now if you run out of plasma pistol, remember sniper is a man's best friend. And so you always want to be leading the charge on this, by the way, because basically if they shoot Captain Keyes and Keyes dies, then you lose the checkpoint. Right here I go to snipe that guy, almost domed Captain Keyes, which would have been really, really bad. But luckily he had that slick dodge and I only killed that one dude. Alright, so moving on forward, we've got a couple jackals, couple elites. The enemy spawns are always predictable, so what you see me fighting is what you can expect to fight in each of these sections. Once you get to this area where you see all the grunts are on the floor dead already, that means there's no more enemies until the final room in the mission. At least the final room for us, since we're going to glitch our way to the end. So you get to the end of this long corridor, you turn around, and you snipe the other 2 dudes. You can line it up so that one snipe takes out both of them, or you can just snipe them both. Notice that Keyes is now red on my radar, and he rarely shoots at you, so it's fine. You just leave him there, he's against you, and now you need to take out these 3 sword elites. If you have plenty of snipe ammo left, you can snipe them all to death, and you want to be quick. This can be really hard, they can sometimes kill you, but plasma pistol and grenades work just fine, and then boom, that's the end of the mission, Truth and Reconciliation, in under 17 minutes. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time on a really fast Silent Cartographer.